So another in the series of how to do the exercises correctly. So we want to open up our hips. We need to have movement in our hips so that when we walk up and down stairs and get out of bed and get out of the car and play tennis, ski, whatever we do, we feel really comfortable in our hips, that our hips, we don't even notice our hips. When our hips are working well, we don't know they exist. When our hips are in pain, we know it. So the way to do that is to increase the flexibility and strength. So what we do a lot in classical stretch and eccentrics is shifting the weights. We do the pliés, we do lunges, all kinds of different lunges and movements. And what we want you to focus on is to try to wrap the muscles, the front muscles, around to the back and sort of attach them in the glutes at the back, so that you'll never have the hips dropping downwards, the knees dropping inwards. The knees will always be forcing themselves outwards. Now the purpose of that is to stretch and strengthen the whole hip socket, because the hip socket tends to get glued. So we're trying to unglue it by moving it and strengthening it in this rotational position, because this angle straight forward, that's something we do every day. So we don't get this rotational cleaning. So when you're doing your pliés or when you're shifting your side-to-side lunges, make sure that both legs, this is the trick, both legs are turning out. You don't just work one leg and then the other leg. You're working both legs all the time. So when you shift to one side, the other side is pushing out. So you're always doing this, wrapping around and attaching to the bum at the back. Even when you do a front lunge, you're always working both hips, and you're going to feel that sort of cleaning out scar tissue and working in the hip socket. And once you get accustomed to automatically doing this, you're going to see that you've got this fantastic energy in your hips, and you'll notice it particularly when you're walking up and down stairs.